tired of people just texting me when I'm recording. Like
How
I
would
record.
They don't know.
No, and that's their fault.
They don't know.
No, because you want to know what it is. When I deal with people, I already assume that wow, this person has a life. They have something going on.
But
know that I'm recording.
We could be honest up front.
Yes,
like it's a holiday week.
Okay.
Our recording day falls on a national holiday, so we're recording a little bit earlier than we normally would. So maybe that person doesn't know. Like they don't know. Like bro,
they don't know to bother you on a Tuesday night. Today.
I want everybody. Yes, you're right, Reggie. I want everybody around me know I'm a hard worker though. Like,
we all know. You're the hardest
Never
worker.
mind, my fault. I bet we good then. Hey y'all.
What it is?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know the artist. I just know Kodak Black is on. You know the song. Come on, talk to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My brain is bad. I know the shit you're talking about.
I gotta play the song. Y'all know the song that I'm talking about.
That's
what it is.
What it is, yeah.
Yes, that's my shit, bro. That's my guilty pleasure.
So this is my. You see how I'm singing it?
Yeah.
I'm so.
I love this song.
Like, this is my guilty pleasure. There's two songs that I get ready
Why does it have to be a guilty pleasure?
before I turn into a bottle girl. This is the first one.
What it is, ho, what's up?
Hey.
Every good girl needs a little thug. Every black boy needs a little love.
Like,
if you put it down, I'ma pick it up.
That's one of the ones for me. I don't know why I get dressed to it.
Yeah.
I put my chapstick.
To it.
Yeah, I put my chapstick on to it.
This is like a baddie record.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
Put your baby powder.
It's a pretty song.
You apply your baby powder when this is on and shit, right?
Baby
Not the
oil,
baby
baby
powder.
powder.
My
all
fault.
that,
You like
all
to
that.
shine.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the only one that doesn't really know the names to songs anymore? I just know how it sounds. I'm there in life.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think
Sometimes,
so.
yeah.
I think so.
Y'all don't got enough new music in your life.
I don't.
I'm sick.
I don't listen to music. You know that.
Still?
It's not giving.
Yo, Reggie, like he's still on.
2023 is not really giving
You know
music,
what though?
bro.
SaVon,
You know what? I don't
It's
have to
giving
right.
TikTok.
Yeah, oh my
You're
God,
right.
can we just talk about,
You're right.
I think
I ain't gonna lie to you.
the fact that Burna Boy, his song isn't doing what I guess everybody expected. I guess that just speaks so much to like the music landscape. I don't know why we're just not musicking right now.
I remember I was just talking about that. Yes.
It's because of Bad Bunny.
Go deeper. What you mean by that?
Bad Bunny.
What do you mean by that?
He
For
fucked
you?
the game. No, he fucked the game up, bro.
I'm
Bad
It
listening.
has to
Bunny-
be him or nothing.
listening.
He demolished music
You want to know why I like Bad Bunny?
in a good way
Yeah.
or bad way.
Yeah.
But if it's not him, it's not hitting today. It's dead
Okay,
ass not,
I
bro.
don't believe
Bro,
that.
I promise
But
you.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Bad Bunny, right? Because he stays very true to his sound, right?
Yes.
He'll experiment,
Like
but
he did like a Jersey record.
Right. My problem with shout out to Burna Boy, Big Ninja, Oga Alpha, I do. Nah, I gotta.
I'll be so jealous.
I just
Cause I can't get into that bag. Like it's the 4th of July week and I'm here. I'm a great
This
American.
your culture, yeah.
The fuck out of here,
Yeah,
my
this
nigga.
your culture.
This is
We're
not my
good old
culture.
Americans,
A Juneteenth, nigga. The fuck out of here. Why we ain't record Juneteenth? We here on the 4th of July. Fuck. I hate this American shit sometimes, bro.
shout out to Burna Boy. But see, to Reggie's point, I was surprised when I saw 21 Savage featured on this new song that he has, and it's another. I think it's another Black Child flick, which is dope. We love hearing him on like
Brandy song.
those Brandy records, those R&B records. But
Dark Child? You said Black Child.
I'm sorry. Oh my,
Oh wait.
I'm
did he say-
racist.
Nah, you call that nigga
I'm
Black
racist.
Child.
Did he? I thought he said Dark Child.
Oh my, you're right. I said Black Child, Dark Child.
But I
Y'all
knew
know
what
you knew what I meant. Thank you so much. That was surprising to me because last that went crazy last year. That shit didn't need no feature, no nothing. What I don't like about what some of the Afrobeats artists are doing now, bro, and this is to your point about like how music is shaped, I think the authenticity is important, right? So I enjoy Bad Bunny because it's gonna be Bad Bunny every time. I'm not in love with the fact that Burna Boy is getting just steering more away from more native music. Shout out to Ashake. I'm sure Reggie's familiar with him. I'm gonna make sure you're familiar.
Mr. Money with the vibe.
On a piano.
What song he sing?
I'm singing it.
He said what song?
Oh, that's that shit? My fault. I don't know that shit. Hold
Piano.
up.
I'm gonna play for you later. I'm gonna play for you in a second, right?
You heard that new T Swift? See, look at you. Look
Ice
at you.
Spice?
See, that's what I be hearing.
that shit with Ice
Let me not
Spice?
do that. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that?
I don't listen to
Nah,
that.
we could go to. You did good. All right,
I
cool.
don't know.
But yeah, he stays very native to like his music. So it's like sort of like with Bad Bunny, as you're saying. I enjoy the artists that stay in their field for the most part. You could
That don't
dabble, but-
compromise.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah, and the new record is like on top of the world. It's using the same beat as the original and the same hook. Yeah. So I'm like, of course people were just gonna think of like the Brandy record. Even though I love the song, I love Burna Boy. I just, it's just very R&B. Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit. I honestly, I didn't even tap in. Anytime I see 21 Savage on something, I don't listen.
All right,
What?
that's hate.
On God.
That's hate.
Why?
On God.
I never knew this.
I have the Her Loss album without him on it. Somebody sent me
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Like, I'm
Same was
Why?
Ice.
But
No,
why?
Ice didn't send it to me. Ice didn't send it
Shout
to me,
out to
but
Ice.
somebody did. Yeah, I'm just not
Really?
like he's not bad. Like if I'm out and he comes on, it's like, all right, cool. But
You know what? I'm
I never
tight.
knew this.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
me
I don't
too.
really care for him like that.
I'm you know what's? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, I'm not fiending for 21 Savage verses. Like, I enjoy what he does, but I will be honest with you. I'm tight. You took him off the Her Loss one because I think you would have enjoyed him more. Like, tolerated him.
I
You
did. I do.
No, yeah, he sounds good on her.
Oh, like when that Her Loss joint,
Yeah.
smooth.
He went crazy. He
And
went
every verse since that I've heard, it's been decent. I like it.
It's been decent. But what's going on, Need to Know Podcast family? It is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know Podcast. If you are new, please make sure you subscribe. I'm very disappointed that our Apple Podcast reviews, they're a little dry.
We need some
Niggas,
comments.
Y'all be listening, but y'all don't be writing.
Yeah. And you know what? Not for nothing. I'm glad you're starting here. I need more reposts on IG from y'all. You know what? We have the silent supporters.
I mean, that's what a podcast listener is.
Yeah.
So I
shit.
can't even
Oh,
blame
shit.
them
That's ill.
because
You're right.
I was listening to podcasts
right.
faithfully
Yes.
and never let Nori
yeah,
know.
me too.
And-
I don't really do. I'm a silent supporter. of
Andrew
my podcast.
Schultz, Charlamagne, they had no idea.
Yeah,
that
no
I
I was-
literally not miss an episode, but I've never commented on
That is
like,
so
my
interesting.
podcast.
See, because music lovers, they want you to know that, yo, this is the song I'm listening to right
Yeah.
now. So I really do love when the podcast fans do that too. Like, yo, this is the podcast I'm listening to right now. Put that in your Serato. Like, that's fire.
that's
I
kinda
love
fly.
our listeners who a lot of them will be like, oh, at work, and they'll take a picture of them
Yes.
listening to us and then tag us. I love that. Please
I love
keep doing that. I love that.
Yeah, eat your breakfast burrito with my voice.
Yes. And that was not a request. That was a command.
You could eat, excuse me, you could eat dinner too to our voices.
Yeah.
However you want to get it, but please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff in the comment section below. Again, I want to hear from y'all. We're going to just run through some of the things that we normally do at the top of the show. First and foremost, the Need to Know Podcast Mixer. It is approaching very, very fast.
On it, Bobby.
If you're listening this week, the early bird sale is over, but there's still a chance for you to get a discount. If you want a discount, head over to our Patreon. We will provide a discount code for you. The tickets are moving,
They
okay?
are.
The closer we get to August 19th, the more the tickets are being purchased. There's a lot of your favorite podcasters in my phone, in my DMs, looking to come, looking to have a good time. So outside of just kicking it with us, you can kick it with them. You never know who's going to pop out. The venue is amazing. It's
great.
beautiful. Vibes, views, you know how we do.
All that.
Yeah. And also Patreon.
Yeah. Please don't forget, as always, we are still on Patreon, and we've had a surplus of content reach our platform over there. So please follow us.
Yeah.
Patreon.com, Need to Know Pod. Go get right. We love you. Shout out to all supporters that been there. But we turning up over there.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave it there. You know,
Yes,
you could
it's
get
gonna-
some more of us. You just gotta spend it.
It's gonna be voicemails that you can, and we feature them at the end of each episode. Oh my God! Wait, can I? I have a story about the voicemail, but I'll get to that after this.
Okay,
And
go.
also, there's monthly giveaways. You don't even have to do anything. You just have
No.
to subscribe, and then we'll pick one every single month. It's, whether you want like a Uber Eats gift card, we'll
on.
switch it up. Yeah, so lots of incentives. But okay, anyway, can I tell you guys a story? So,
Please.
last episode, with the voicemails, people either call in to show us love or ask a question. There was the one about, the guy's dating the girl for like 5 years. And he's like, yo, I don't know if I'm missing out on the prime of my life. That one.
Yes.
And I told the story about like my friend. Shout out to SaVon, my friend, my real life friend
Hey,
SaVon.
shout out to SaVon.
She, because we did that at the end of the last episode, like the very end, and she heard it and she knew who I was talking about. Well, she was assuming I was talking about someone,
Yeah.
and then I was like. My just one thing I want to say was I did not know my friends listen to Need to Know podcast. I just
That's
assumed
love.
because when
That's
my
real.
friends don't listen to the podcast, I'm not offended. I'm like, it's not for our friends. Like you don't have to listen to me.
Same.
I'm assuming
crazy.
that like we're doing this pod for like like a different audience.
Yeah.
But she be listening and she told the friend and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
No,
Ew.
but yeah. But okay, I
Shout out
won't
to
say too much
SaVon.
because
That podcast gonna catch you up, boy.
That's
Yeah.
like my fake name twin. Like
What?
every time,
SaVon?
with the big
SaVon,
V, you feel what I'm
yes.
saying? Like
but
shout out
shout out
SaVon.
to you, Shab. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah, they listening, so watch your
too.
mouth.
Yeah, no, that's why I be talking about my friends on the pod because I didn't know you guys were listening. Like,
But you know what though?
I'll be like, yo,
But
so
you
I have
know
a
what?
friend that she like dated this guy. Like,
Yes, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes they got to know that you speaking about them, so they be like, "Hold on, wait, I got to pay attention to that." Like,
and sometimes I'm snitching on myself, but sometimes I be like, exaggerating a little bit.
got a little tea on it, a little sauce
Yeah, because
on
it wasn't. about our friend. Like I was inspired by her, and then mixed
Yes.
like John's friend story with it. Like
Yes.
yeah,
It's
but,
parallel. It's
yeah,
parallel.
shout out to people who support us.
What's the point of having a podcast if you can't talk about the people in your life?
Yeah, and I didn't know they would listen. Damn.
That's about- you gotta
My
be
brother,
personal.
he swears that I shit on him every time I get in front of a mic.
You
You
do?
do.
I do? Oh shit!
No,
Yo, my
you
bad,
don't
gang.
shit on-
The one with the
I'm
hair?
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
you
one
just
with
be
the
hating.
Yeah, I'll be hating on him.
You just be hating.
And he supports me the most.
I know.
Aw.
He be listening
Shout out
like
to
every
Dre,
episode.
man.
Shout out to Dre, man. Shout out to anybody who listens to the podcast.
Yes, love
Like
you
we
all,
said at
bro.
the top, though, we love hearing from y'all. Continue to do that. Patreon, Mixer. I think that's all the announcement that we have.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Yeah.
BBCs.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think BBCs might be white man's biggest fear.
No, it's not just white.
My fault.
Because as y'all know, my
fault.
closest friend, he's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
And
Is that his biggest fear?
I think it might
Yo,
be.
I'm trying to tell you.
I think
I'm like, how are you gonna end this sentence,
Hey, 'cause
SaVon?
you know how that BBC get.
I think it gotta be some racism behind this shit, bro. Racism started because black niggas was athletic and had longer dicks. Like if we being honest,
And they
bro,
were hating and had
Yeah.
to kick. Yeah,
They
Bro,
saw us running-
that's really how it started.
They saw us running fast in that field. They said we're gonna have to clip them wings.
They like, wait, how he run so fast and the dick so big?
Swing.
That's
Everything just swing.
aerodynamic. This shit just like what
just
is happening?
no comment.
No, like I don't
Did
know.
you say how do they run so fast and their dicks are so big? You are a sicko.
Nah,
Like,
if
why
I had
would you
this-
say that?
Nah, because if I had this shrimp scampi, I'd be hating too.
Like
Fuck shrimp scampi.
BBC
It's such a basic dish. Anyway, sorry.
Adam22. He just let
Listen,
he
man.
let his wife go.
Listen,
man. He
and-
let his wife go. He made a business decision,
He
literally.
did. And you
Okay.
guys have probably heard so far, you know, I know other outlets have picked it up. Adam22 of No Jumper. He has a porn star, a wife that works in the porn star industry.
He's a porn star too.
He is a porn. Yeah,
I saw him fuck
Yes.
on accident, and I was really disturbed.
You paid the $4.99.
I did not.
You
Oh
paid
my
the
goodness.
$4.99.
He
didn't
leaked.
you?
He's such a big porn star
Oh,
now.
you
His
saw
shit
him leak.
leaks.
That's a double entendre.
I kind of, I guess
Double
technically.
entendre.
I don't know if he leaked or if it kind of.
That's a double entendre.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Adam of No Jumper. Mind you, No Jumper has kind of been in a very weird place as of recent, and
very.
we'll kind of get to that in a second. Lena the Plug is his wife, and he has basically come out publicly for the last, I guess, however many months or years he's been with her, and said that, you know what? Yes, she was a porn star before I met her, but since I met her, she's not having sex with other people.
Other men.
Other men, I'm sorry. Yeah, not other men. That's very important, right? And like SaVon said, they started a show together, right? So on the show, they interview people in the porn industry, and they fuck them, right?
Right after.
They fuck them right,
Right after.
Whoa,
this.
what a concept.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's innovative.
That's kind of fly.
Yo, nah. Some
Like,
girl
why
I
not?
was dealing to, she was telling me that. I was like, wait, what? Why would
Wait,
they-
she went on his show?
Nah, hell no. Don't play
What kind
with
of
me.
women you talk to?
No, nah, she said she had watched it.
Oh.
I was like, wait, why you did that? She's like, I just wanted to see if you was really gonna fuck him, and he did. But recently was the first time, and also just a little caveat, he just married her finally.
Yeah.
So
got
they're
married.
newlyweds.
They're newlyweds.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
they got
this
a
is-
baby.
And they got a baby, right?
got a
So
kid.
a lot of this is fresh, and Adam, quote unquote, allowed for his wife to go and get penetrated by some BBC. They call it getting blacked.
So,
I'm just telling you what they call it.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
and he's also released a statement about why y'all should shut the fuck up about his decision. I'll read it for y'all. It's official. No, I'm lying. It's officially been a week since I let my wife do porn with another guy. I felt a little jealous at first, but overall, it wasn't a big deal. She watched me sleep with hundreds of girls. It's never affected our relationship. Let's pause there. See, that's the thing about us men. I love that he addressing the truth. Because when you open the door for something, you got to realize that you can go either way out the door.
Yeah, the girl could do it too.
It's both sides. You feel what I'm saying? So I am glad he addressed that, because that's something I always thought about. Because on the show, a lot of them were women that they were all having sex with, right? He continues, he says, sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business, Plug Talk Show. Overall, I'm glad we did it, and I'm happy to report her vagina has returned to its original pre-BBC size.
So before
happy,
you
I'm
continue to
happy.
read, before you continue to report,
I'm happy his shit snatched back, though.
I just want to show you something.
Would you go? Can
Are
I
you
hear
gonna
it?
show him a?
Can I? Oh shit!
I don't want to. I don't want.
not gonna
Don't show me. Don't show me.
What I am looking at is his wife full of cock. Oh, that's not her,
Bro,
That's not her. Okay, so
Also, where did you get this
Oh my
picture so
God.
I'm
fast?
on Reddit.
Yeah.
You know I live in
Okay,
Reddit.
so
So,
for
it
the
was a-
listeners-
How did you just Whip that up.
It was
Oh
a
my God.
It was a DJ Akademiks forum.
Oh my God.
And the title was "Pray for Adam," and so I clicked the picture.
Reddit sounds fun.
And it is. I love Reddit.
'Cause that's
It's my
funny, like-
favorite pastime. But the picture is
Oh
kind of
my
crazy.
gosh.
Like,
no, she getting stuff. Say it.
so take if listeners right now, I don't know if y'all ever drank like an essential bottle, essential water.
Essentia?
Yeah, essential. Thank you. If you like flip it upside down and then attempt to like hope that's
what it looks like.
She looks
Alex is a little startled right now.
She looks crazy.
And I don't get startled.
yeah.
I don't really get startled. That was a lot of cock in mouth.
Bro, her eyes, she went cross-eyed trying to suck dick.
Oh, but see,
And that's your wife. You gotta watch that. Like, that's a lot.
but he said her vagina went back to normal now.
Let's break this
it
down.
It took 3 days.
I hope so. The vagina is a special thing
snatches.
that can adapt and you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that she snapped that
Snatched
thing
back
back,
and
right?
forth, yeah.
But before we even like cover what happened after, how do you think the conversation, like the entry point to that conversation
I'm
was?
glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I don't know because it's like, did he not know she was gonna do this, or he
think-
agreed to it and then regretted it? Like, what
Personally,
happened?
I think she's been trying to position him to allow her to do it, right?
Okay.
For as long as they've been together. Now, if you really want my like real deep synopsis, and I could be wrong, but just from like, you know, how things look from my side of things. Remember I had brought up, you know, No Jumper has changed a lot in popularity, in terms of even the talent,
staff,
the
their
staff and
yeah.
talent, right? So, you know, I've always kind of known Adam to be the guy to be like, you know what, it's content over everything for real. You know, he's one of those people that I've seen apply that mindset right into things. So I'm not gonna lie to you, Regi, SaVon. I could definitely see him being like, you know what?
Do it for the views.
Do it for the views. No Jumper isn't what No Jumper was. And it would definitely get people to remind me, you know, of who I am again, right? So
Do you think she went to him and said, "This is the guy"?
oh yeah, she had him handpicked.
You think like that's
Probably.
what I want to know?
You wanna know how I know?
Probably.
You wanna know how I know?
How?
In the preview video with that young man, she literally says that before he walks behind her in the video, she says, "It's finally happening." Let me tell you about when Shorty say it's finally. She's been yearning it.
Damn, should we think about this?
Think
She
about that
was-
dick on
yeah,
the wedding
I'm
day.
telling you, that's
On
tough.
the wedding day.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I have that. Y'all know how I have like a lot of confidence in myself.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that much confidence.
To see this
To see
picture.
I don't have that much confidence.
What, to watch
should've
your
took a
wife fuck
screenshot.
another man?
To allow my wife to fuck another man with a way bigger dick. Let's not say way bigger. Hold on now. But you know, he just do it professionally. Like it's like a nigga. It's like a nigga like me that like I play hoops in the.
Time
What
out.
happened? What happened? I'm what happened?
You were the greatest thing I ever met, bro. Why are you like this?
What I do?
He's like, hold on
Nah,
now.
because it's different.
No, but like,
Because it's different.
no,
like,
I think this would not happen to you. Like,
I
you know,
I tell you, it
this is a
wouldn't.
completely different
Oh
scenario.
my Jesus, he keeps
Stop
showing me the
showing
picture.
it to him.
Oh my God. Because you know it's different, right? Because you know, we'll all go to the park. Let's say we go to the park, play pickup basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my little thug thizzle thing, getting
sure.
a few points here and there.
Thug-thizzle
See, you bring the NBA player to the park.
It's a different game.
My game look different.
I told you I don't like athletes.
We talked
been
about
telling
this.
you about these niggas.
We've been going back and forth,
Yes.
bro. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, personally,
That's crazy.
I don't know if I can allow for it to be content over everything, especially because of the internet. The
Wait,
internet
you're
is-
also just not that type of guy. Like the
yeah.
content thing, you're
Oh,
not
a
like.
cuck? Yeah. Definitely right.
I meant
no,
like.
you are.
Don't do that.
You somewhat
No,
are.
he's not. do that.
No.
Somewhat.
Let's dispel it.
Don't
Let's dispel it.
misinterpret him.
Let's dispel it. Because we're talking about this too. Hey, y'all, if you're new here, however many months ago, we were having conversations about what you would allow for your spouse to do before and after marriage, right? And my whole thing was, and I still stand on it, if I'm going to be with my wife and I'm about to be giving her this little sauciane, this little sausage for the next 60 years, and she want to try some other Murray sausage before we tie the knot, I ain't gonna lie, I might allow her to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's just like, you know what, get your little, we're not officially married yet, but the moment we tie that knot, you stuck on
All
sausage.
right, so I'm not gonna call you a cuck. That's
Thank
kinda
you.
disrespectful.
Thank you.
But whatever the relative is to cuck, you
No,
close
that's
by.
not.
You
No,
in the
he-
vicinity.
no,
You're
no.
in
No,
the
it's
arena
not,
of
bro.
cuckism.
No, it's not.
because
I'm
he
not
doesn't
in no
like
arena,
he doesn't
bro.
like get off and like get turned
Yeah,
on by
that
her
shit don't
doing
turn
it.
me
He's
on.
just like, yo,
I'm doing
you're
it for
free.
her.
Yes.
Thank you. Why y'all never think
We
about
don't
her?
gotta do it. We don't gotta do it.
Why
We
I
don't
never
gotta-
think about her?
I do when my dick is in her.
Yeah, and that's you.
When my tongue is in
And
her
that's
ass.
you. That's
when I think about her.
Yeah, that's
when
you.
I'm pleasing her.
That's your ego.
I'm not letting nobody else fuck my girl. That's just
Bro,
crazy to me.
I'm not letting anybody else fuck
I'm not
my
okay
girl.
with it either.
I'm not letting. I want to be clear because I know what y'all do with these clips. I'm not letting anybody else fuck my girl either. If my girl comes to me before we get married and she's gonna have one dick for the rest of her life, and she's like, yo, I'm not gonna, like, I really want to do this. All right, cool. I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be watching.
But you're gonna be okay with it.
It's not.
I'm gonna be okay for.
So that's why I'm saying it's cuck-ish.
It's not cuckish because
you know Blackish.
No,
the
it's
show.
not. I don't know the show.
Cuck-ish.
Fuck Blackish. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all
It's a little
cuckish.
cuckish.
Actually, I do know Blackish. Don't fuck Blackish. But
Yeah, I'm like the wild stray.
nah. I fuck with Blackish. But nah, I don't like that shit. I feel like cuck energy is when you get off on it.
when you like
when
that
you
shit,
crave
like,
it, when you
yeah.
like it. I'm literally telling you, like, yo, that's one of your desires, ma. Before we get married, okay, get your shit off.
His is more rooted in like, hey, everyone can do what they want to do.
Yes, I
like,
live by
yeah.
that. People hate that I live by that though, yo. I literally live by free will because your free will is gonna tell you how I should move.
When it comes to my woman's vagina, I don't believe in free will.
I don't.
And I
blame
hope
you.
she doesn't believe that
It ain't
about
your
my body
pussy, though.
either. It's not. But it's called like this is exclusive, and being exclusive
I'm with
is we
that.
gonna be here together.
I'm with that.
I'm not with none of that shit.
I'm not with none of that
But
shit either.
let's get back to Adam. 'cause
Unless
we
it's
had this.
presented to me.
We've done this. We've
Okay,
done this. All
thank
right.
you.
Let's get back to Adam.
you.
Let's
Adam,
refocus the
yes,
shit.
yes.
So she went to Adam.
Yes.
We presume. Like let's create a scenario.
Yes.
We don't have any facts. We don't know shit. She goes to Adam. Hey, I've been watching you do your thing on these scenes, and you fucked a lot of women, a lot of my friends, a lot of our coworkers. I think it's time. Adam says, maybe. She says, no. I think it's only fair because my friends, they're clowning me in a group chat. They're seeing me, sleep with all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Adam says, okay, I'm down. She goes, I want the black dick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They go about doing this. Adam gets backlash for it. Adam then finds a way to the silver lining. I'm a big silver lining guy. I try to find a silver lining in all, right?
This breakdown is so silly.
It's sick.
The silver lining, Adam is like, hey, it's good for a business. It's good for a career. She's happy. I'm okay with it. This is just the norm. Now, my thing is, Adam, his introduction to us was hip hop. This is not hip hop. Okay? This is just not hip hop. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to
He's a
inform him.
multifaceted guy.
Very much so. And this is just not hip hop. This
Rappers
is not.
be letting their girls get fucked. They won't tell you though, but
This is not of the culture. And I know rappers, they're probably into it, but promoting it, doing it, being a
sure.
part of it,
That ain't hip-hop.
that's not what we know.
That ain't rap
it to
for
be.
real. Yeah.
Not at all, right? Adam has changed his brand into more porn, more salacious kind of news reporting. And now he's evolved into this space. But his core fans, the people people who supported him, came from rap and hip hop. And so it's almost like it's a contradiction in some ways. And it's hard for us as a community to accept it. Now, first off, I will say there's a cultural difference. Majority of black people, we just not into it from what I know, right? Like,
Into
that's
what,
just
like porn?
extra, like, cucking.
Okay.
yeah, be specific.
Cucking.
Go ahead and kink shame them niggas.
No, I'm not king. I don't understand. So if
So you're
somebody
shaming.
could help me, I would be more than open. I'm not shaming because
they get
I'm
off on
into
it.
some shit too. Like, so I'm not shaming, but this is not identifiable.
You know what
for me?
All right, you kind of broke it down a little bit because you just broke it down. I'm sure she came to him like, yo, you know how many women we fucked together? Like, it's time to do what I do. See, back to the internet though, right? With me, the internet doesn't know how to take anything seriously. You can't delete things out of people's minds.
You want to see this again?
I do not, because I can't delete it out of my
Sure,
mind.
You don't want to see it, bro.
I'm so.
You need a reference?
I'm so straight. Thank
All
you.
right.
But because you can't delete things out of people's minds, I think that's why if I was Adam, I would have been more on the fence of nah, yo, because it's not just the act; it's everything that comes with it. Like, and he has some tough skin. I gotta give him some kudos. People love to joke and laugh.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, you can't care.
Your moral
You can't
compass
care.
got to be so fucked.
You gotta be
to the
fucked.
point where you are okay. Like
gotta be
at some point, when do you think about the children?
I was gonna
Yeah,
bring
I'm
that up.
curious about that. Like, what do they tell their kids later on?
How do you justify it?
And then they go to school, and then all the kids are like talking about it, and they're like, "What?"
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just say it. I think all those people that do that are purposely being naive because it currently helps your lifestyle.
But he's so rich, from what I understand. Like, I think he was at a point making over $2 million just himself, and she has her own business. So combined, let's say they make $3 million per month.
Oh shit.
Like, he was making millions in a month off of No Jumper, interviews, porn. Like, he's not hurting for money. So sure, it could help
But that's
the business.
That's my point, though. They be loving
at what cost?
They be loving the money more than their children. When I was a child, I was the only child, right?
Wait, say that again, please. God damn, that was a bar.
They love the money more than their children. They'll never tell you that, though, because when children get introduced into a picture, you're supposed to repivot your entire life. You're supposed to adhere to them and their needs and be there for them as a parent first.
Yeah.
We don't, a lot of people, I'm not saying we, because I know I'm not going to be doing that. A lot of people put their needs and their selfishnesses first, right? My mom was the only mother, I was the only child, right? She was a single mother. I literally saw my mom quit a very good job because she saw that I was getting in trouble outside because she was always in the city, and she literally repivoted her entire career into a whole nother field out of the love for her child. A lot of y'all get to certain ages and y'all go, I guess it is time to have a child. And y'all do it off of, yo, you being in your latter 30s, or, yo, it's time, or, yo, or maybe you didn't expect it and you're going to deal with it now. But I don't think a lot of people really understand how that affects a child. I think it's so naive to say, like I saw one OnlyFans creator, I don't know her name, but it was on Twitter. And the discourse was just basically her telling a guy, like, well, the child will be okay. They can cry in my Rolls Royce.
Oh, that is some sick shit.
See, that's the shit.
You see what I'm saying?
You tell somebody, like, I've said that. I ain't gonna say what I said.
But it wasn't for your child.
It wasn't for your, I ain't got no kid.
It wasn't for your kid.
You want to cry in this damn Honda?
See, it's different because you actually bring your child into the world. That'd be my only difference. Whereas, like, yo,
they have
kids
no choice
don't
in the matter.
Kids don't ask for any of this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Yeah, I was just like going like, ugh.
I know.
So the ironic thing about this is a lot of your favorite porn stars or porn athletes, whatever you want to call them.
Definitely porn athletes.
A lot of your favorite people that you watch, right? When they start a family, they retire. This is a lot of them have. I'm not saying it's standard.
I am curious, but I think maybe like since this is their job, so clearly they see it as like
as work,
as their craft.
Sure.
So maybe they think that when they have kids, they don't think it's like an issue. They'll just explain what it is. They're very sexually liberated. They don't think this is like a bad thing. And I don't know. Maybe they'll be like, my kid will be fine because I'm gonna explain this is what porn is. It's not problematic.
Yeah.
They'll make them really aware.
But I think that's the naive part of it. Because that's the super progressive take.
Okay.
But in actuality, we're all humans first. And in actuality, you'll be exposing your child to sexuality very open on. Even if you feel like you're being open and honest with them, you don't know what they're going to pull and take.
And consume. And when your kid leaves, you can't control what their friends bring. Like, most of the things that I've learned that were inappropriate was not under the roof of my parents' home. No. It was when I was outside with my friends, with my cousins, and we discovered through just being curious and being children. And the other thing, kids are like cruel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you find out your mom or your aunt or your brother or your whoever is getting skull fucked for a living, that's a hard reality to sit with as a child.
It is. And you got to be real.
Imagine your mom on Ghetto Gaggers.
I would cry.
Like,
no, I probably
bro,
I would cry.
What is happening?
No, I would cry. I don't know if I would have the confidence I had today.
I don't know.
And for them to not, but see, that's what gets me mad. For them to not think like that and have children, be like the sick part, because it's like, oh, okay, you're just being naive. You prefer the money of your children. Say that. I wish I would. I really wish I would, because again, children are like, people don't really understand how much they're supposed to change their life
for a child.
For a child. And I'm realizing that the more I get closer to wanting to have a child.
Well,
you know,
it's funny because this will kind of bring me to like the whole podcast wars, right? So Joe Budden has been very vocal, very he's given a ton of criticism to people like Adam and Vlad in particular. Right. I'm just gonna focus on Adam here because this is what we're talking about. So, and I remember in their interviews and the times that they have spoken, you know, he's been challenged, Adam, by Joe in the cast about, yo, what is your intention here? How did you get here? How are you going to better the culture? How are you pushing forward the culture? What opportunities are you creating within the culture? Like, how do you contribute to the Black people that uplifted you into this position? Because without Black music, Black artists, the Black dollars, you don't get here.
Right.
You was in the BMX and biking and all different type of shit before you landed interviewing the young sound. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's so interesting how we keep seeing the same kind of situations, and this situation in particular with Adam22. I think that, or I believe that he used us, and I think it hurts for people to wrap their head around, because a lot of people fuck with Adam. But at every level, you have seen him capitalize, and I don't want to say culture vulture, but he doesn't care. He'll put anybody at his expense. Back in. Yeah, like he fired his whole staff. He was very dismissive. There was a real big like kind of scandal while we were away that happened with No Jumper, AD, I believe, and I might fuck this up. But AD was a prominent personality on No Jumper, and I'm giving you the Spark Notes version. This is not factual. This is more like a summary. But AD, he was outed for sleeping with a trans woman.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So Adam22 had the trans woman that AD slept with as a guest on the pod. In that interview, it came out that AD slept with a trans woman. AD had asked Adam, hey, you're my guy. I rock with you. Like, we've been friends. We real life friends. When my mom passed away, you helped me with funeral costs.
House phone.
House phone? See, I've been fucking up. Damn.
House phone.
I fucked up this whole thing. I feel like we about to go back and edit it.
You good. House phone. House phone.
Sorry, AD, for putting that on your name, my guy. You're good. Great guy.
Yeah, because AD raps.
Yes,
see? Yeah, I got you.
I wish we would have caught that a little earlier.
No,
House phone.
The moment you just said his mom died, that's not, because I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. So again, excuse me. This is a blur at this point.
You good.
But house phone.
Yeah. Staff over there.
Yes, staff,
He
friend.
been there a long time.
Very long time. Very long time.
Yeah.
And in post-production, her saying that she slept with House Phone, it didn't get taken out. So it was out for the world, and House Phone's entire life just kind of went up in flames because he felt outed. And he felt like he wasn't protected, and he felt like it was done in the name of content. And Adam, he tried to defend himself, and he came up with whatever excuse. But his response to it, basically, I perceived it as content over everything. And I know COE is a term that's being thrown around in some podcast platforms, but Adam doesn't strike me as somebody who has the greatest moral compass when it comes to protecting those around him. And I think it goes so deep into his family, into his wife, because now you got to think about what she may go through. Like, sure, it may be great for a business, but now think about all the hate that may come her way. Your child, all the hate that, like, you may be built for certain things, but everybody around you is not always built. And I don't know their situation. I'm just speculating. But I just think, we got to look at, and I love the fact that people say this all the time, but we got to look at the people that we allow into our culture, because they can, misutilize their platform, their intentions, because this just shows me you're not willing to protect those around you, even if you're able to handle it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A real quick example, and then we could take it on from there. The clip about the submarine a few weeks ago, we covered the story, and we had a phenomenal clip that had came out. And the day that we were going to post the clip, it was announced that all of the people on that submarine had died. Right? I was still willing to put the clip out. I'm down. I thought it was hilarious. I thought Pierre did a great job editing it. I thought it was timely. I'm like, fuck it. Other people that with bigger platforms are covering this story, man, this shit could go out. I'm with whatever, man. Let whatever comes our way, it comes our way. But Regi's in the clip. Alex is in the clip. So I had to be mindful of how it would affect the three of us. It's not just me. Just because I'm
just
okay with
you're
it.
like, I'm built like I'll handle the smoke, doesn't mean that, we have to be like that too.
Exactly.
And you weren't like, fuck y'all, I'm doing it anyway,
Exactly. Regardless of how I felt about the clip, I was more thinking like, yo, this is my team. These are my people. And I don't want it to affect them in their space. I don't know what people will say to them about it, because some people are really sensitive about it. And so for me, it was like, yeah, I'm down to put the shit out, but I'm not going to put it out because that's not the energy that my people, receive.
Right.
So I just thought it was kind of weird.
Adam gives very fuck y'all, I'm gonna do it anyway energy.
Yeah.
I hate to say it though, but when I do see figures like Adam enter our culture, I don't hold my breath. Like I don't really expect much from them, to be honest with you, because we have seen examples of how they do when they slide through. I ain't gonna lie to you, but you're right. Just kind of seeing it unfold and then just seeing how you even treat your family with it. And again, I'm sure him and his wife think nothing of it. Like this is what they do. They make money off of it. But you know, I do implore some of y'all, think about the children. Children are not stupid. And with all this new technology, I have little cousins now that know how to work an iPad at 1 year old. You know, even some of them younger than that. Like, it is not hard to find out things. Things are not censored the way they've always been. Like, it's different. Things are changing. So I do implore y'all to think about that, man, as parents, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff going on.
For sure.
And that's probably at the top of the list for me. Just watching, I'm observing, I'm a student of the game. She got blacked. She got blacked. Like, she certainly did. I haven't seen a video. Have you?
I did not. I'm not gonna see it, SaVon.
I looked
you
for
keep
it.
showing me the picture.
Just for research purposes.
No, we got to see the video.
I throw the $4.99 on OnlyFans.
That's all it is?
I don't know.
I can spare that. I can spare that. I haven't seen it yet, but
He's like, don't tempt me.
Yeah, but you're right, man. You gotta have confidence to even do a lot of that shit. Confidence that I don't even got. Fuck that.
a few weeks ago, the podcast wars. Again, being a consumer of this whole podcast stuff, I'm paying attention to everything.
Same. We in space.
Adam, I think he's a part of that. I don't know if he's porn wars now. I don't know if he just changed his whole gang. Like, that is a major pivot.
Is he battling porn?
But Charlamagne, Joe Budden, Akademiks. I think those were Complex's list, had them as the top three, right?
Did.
So I would think those are the top three guys, and it's been some kind of weird energy between the three of them.
I like it though.
How you feel about that?
I love all of this stuff, man.
Yeah.
You want to
You
know
like
what?
beefs.
Hey, yo.
Reggie.
I didn't mean for it to come, but I was thinking about how you're so into the Jim Jones and Pusha T. Like, that's your bag. And this, you like the energy, so that's what I meant. Sorry,
Reggie, you want to know why?
Why?
I'm so glad you said that. I love beefs because you finally get to see how a person really feels about something.
Oh.
So people are so good with wearing masks every single day. And
like when some shit's about to go down, like, can you really handle it?
Yes,
Yeah,
and they're so good at not revealing how they feel day by day, month by month, week by week. I get so excited when people go, I don't like that shit that you did.
Ooh.
Cause it's like,
And now they have to respond.
We potting, right? Aren't we talking to the people every day? I love seeing the rip. When I come up here y'all not gonna get nothing fake from me. It's passionate every single trip. So I can see it in people who are way bigger than us. Oh yeah, I love this shit. How I feel about it personally, if you guys know, Joe and Charlamagne have worked together on things before.
I miss that working relationship.
Yeah, you was around for a lot of that as well.
I missed that working relationship. I thought it was.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it was that far.
No?
I don't think them together.
I was a fan.
Why not?
I was a fan.
Because Charlamagne is in the mature part of his life.
So was Joe.
Is Joe not?
But Joe can do both. We know Joe.
Charlamagne can too.
It's to an extent.
No, Charlamagne be talking about like, just like current topics and stuff like that.
Give me the last time Charlamagne was tripping on the Breakfast Club. I'll wait.
I don't know, because I don't watch Breakfast Club all the time.
But even when you didn't, you would see the viral clips of him being like smelling somebody's
But that was
chair.
over a decade ago.
I know, but that's my whole point though, right? Like, I feel like if we got more glimpses of that, I would have preferred their content together.
Can I say this real quick?
Absolutely.
I think Charlamagne is different on Brilliant Idiots than he is on The Breakfast Club.
I watch Brilliant
where
Idiots.
I think he's a lot more open.
He's
and
not.
I think so.
He scaled back.
He has scaled back, but I think he's the balance.
Schultz is the shooter on that show.
He is the shooter. He's always been the shooter on that show.
Yeah.
But I think to give Charlamagne a little, like, he still has that edge a little bit more on Brilliant Idiots compared to like The Breakfast Club, in my opinion.
I love everything Charlamagne has done. I came up on Charlamagne. I've been listening to The Breakfast Club majority of my life. Reese, the new Charlamagne, I can understand why some people aren't entertained. I do respect it though. As a father, we were just talking about changing for your children, right? So I do salute the fact that he does that. Like, I got daughters, man.
Yeah.
I can't keep
and
acting the way I'm
all
acting.
about his like growth as
Absolutely.
a person. Like, he's written books.
Absolutely.
He's very big on that.
See,
Like, he's like, I've grown. Like,
yes, I want to be one of those people that grow but keep a little spice.
okay.
You know what I mean?
You don't think he has no spice?
I don't think Charlamagne has.
I don't believe that, bro.
I fucked with Charlamagne, bro. I
think he has some spice in there.
Tell me the last time you seen it.
On Brilliant Idiots.
Name it.
Every week.
Tell me the topic.
You're saying he's not like controversial anymore?
I don't think he is. I think he is a very good speaker.
Yeah.
I think he knows how to navigate through interviews. I think he's very well researched in what he's interested in.
And he covers a lot of news and stuff.
I think he's politics.
Okay.
You got to make that shit funny somehow, bro. Even politics,
I think he does
to an extent.
Maybe I'm just
yeah,
a fan.
you look, yeah, which is fine. Yeah, I'm a fan too, which is why I can like notice it.
I give Charlamagne a lot of credit for my introduction to the space.
That's real.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real,
So
yeah.
I think it's gonna be a slight bias in how I view him.
Sure.
But again, like I said, I think I keep up with his content enough to see he's still got a little spice. It's not what it used to be.
It's
I'll
not
give
what
you that.
It's not.
But it's still in there.
And that's why I don't get surprised when people like Akademiks, maybe feel like his name is being played with. And because I think Charlamagne went to go visit, it's Up There podcast with Loon on the Black Effect Network. I think
How you feel about that podcast? Have you listened?
I've listened. I'm gonna be honest with you. We started this episode. Damn, did we start this episode by saying you take yourself too seriously? No, but we spoke about
that
That
was
was
before.
a
Patreon.
Patreon.
Oh my god,
Which was
All
really
right.
funny, by
Go
the way.
check out our conversation about taking yourself too seriously.
You don't compare me to this nigga.
No, that's not you.
I was about
You're
to
not.
say.
I do think that he takes himself very seriously.
Yeah.
And I don't know, podcasts, I'm going to be honest with you. Personally, I like the podcasts that make me learn something, make me laugh, but can still give me their real opinion on things. I think a lot of his stuff is very much OG, what plays are supposed to do, what's real, what real niggas do, what real niggas don't do. And gangsta, all that shit is subjective, bro. You feel me? But I love the fact that people bang with him. And right, he's able to get around like-minded people to have those conversations, right? There's something for everybody. I respect that. Me personally, not really my vibe. What happened? What I did? What happened?
I think Taxstone left a void, and people have been trying to fill that void.
Me too.
And this seems like a very cringe attempt to replace the Taxstone role in the podcast space.
Because you're saying the content they kind of discussed,
The content, having the street knowledge, even the approach, all of it, like I think Loon really got onto the radar when he went on The Brilliant Idiots and he was challenging a lot of the academic stuff, and this kind of played into this whole
Pod Wars.
Exactly. So Charlamagne allowing him on his platform to kind of go at academics for damn near 2 hours. Like legit. He just said, hey, nigga, fuck it, go at him.
I didn't catch it. Did y'all catch it? Regi
I did.
SaVon? No.
I was actually coming home. I was on a drive. I had about a 2.5 hour drive when that episode came out. And I'm on Reddit, as y'all know. And I was
Reddit King.
right. And I
They
was
spilling over there, yeah.
watching the reviews of that particular episode with Loon.
Yeah.
And they hated it on Reddit. They fucking hated it. They like, yo, never bring this nigga back. He's not the brilliant idiot energy. Charlamagne is just trying to push his Black Effect Network on us. Like, he is not it. And that made me want to listen to it even more. So I went and I tapped in and I listened to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he does make a lot of poignant points. But I think it's not for me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like he interviewed Maul a while ago
I think I
about the
caught that.
breakup, and I saw some of it. And, again, he has an audience. Shout out to him. I'm not hating on any podcast, especially Nobody Black. But I don't think it's for me. And I think somebody somewhere is trying to force that Taxstone voice in the
Energy.
culture, and he ain't it.
You saying Charlamagne trying to do that?
Somebody somewhere. I don't know who. Somebody somewhere.
Yo, big shout out
force.
to Charlamagne, man. Big shout out to Charlamagne because
I really do focus on Charlamagne.
Yeah, bro, he's the man, bro. Started the Black Effect Network, been with the Breakfast Club for over how many years, has had late night show here, has done that show there. Like, we get all of that. But I think Pod Wars really started because certain people in the podcast space feel like they work harder.
Okay.
They feel like the output in terms of like just podcasting content they do more of. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of agree with them. Like, I think they might do a little bit more than a Charlamagne. That doesn't take away from anything.
So
He's
you
like,
talking about Joe?
yeah, if it's Joe, if it's Akademiks, we're talking about the three. If it's anybody in that space, I don't talk for niggas.
Yeah.
But if that's how they feel, I could see that because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just going off of what I see on an everyday basis. I still listen to the radio, guys. I work for a radio station. That's just how it works. I catch 105. I catch Hot 97. I'm always on Sirius XM, right? But yeah, just I can see how people that really are playing the internet game, how they're looking at how content is presented to people and what types of content people really digest, right? I hate when people say radio is outdated. I work in it. I don't fucking believe that shit. I think some people need programmed shows, programmed playlist. I think some people just work like that. Not everybody wants to get an aux cord and let me plug up. So, contrary to what people say about, oh, no one listens to the radio or anything, I completely disagree. There is a field of people that still listen, and the numbers say it. You know what I'm saying? So
Sirius is different though.
Sirius is
y'all in a different building.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
That's like,
you can curse on there.
That's like HBO Max versus Tubi.
Yeah.
Like Tubi and HBO Max. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Not winning that war.
Right, but see,
Sirius is like, y'all got it.
Everything.
Yeah.
You'll sign up for the Sirius XM app. But I can see how, someone like Akademiks, right? I be on YouTube sometimes. I know y'all probably see it. I run into Akademiks by accident.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was very late to the Akademiks party. I knew he always streamed, but I didn't really know what it meant.
Stream what?
Where to find it.
I didn't know
how
where
to find it. Yeah.
I start going on my YouTube algorithms now, and he's constantly covering clips in a very in-depth way.
Yeah.
So now I can see why other people in the podcast space might look at a Charlamagne and go, oh, yo, it's very PC now. We really only hear from him on the radio. And to be honest with you, not for nothing, like I said earlier, Andrew Schultz is the shooter on Brilliant Idiots. You get what I'm saying? So I could see how people in this space be like, yo, my output, I would hope that you would speak correct on my name when it comes to the output. I'm talking about the Akademiks of the world, the Joes of the world. But I do think that's where podcast Power Wars I could be wrong, but
it wasn't. This whole thing, was it like a long burning like beef, or was it triggered by the complex list?
I think that complex.
Oh, really? Like this is what like kicked it off?
I think
that list
complex just
add a
threw
fuel to the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it added a little bit of gasoline to the
wow.
fire because
Yeah.
there's been some tension there for a while. I think
Interesting.
the latest discovery as of a week or two ago was Charlamagne inviting Loon on his platform to
and
kind
then
of
going
go
off
at
on-
Akademiks.
okay.
I think that's what really kind of reignited it because then a
Okay.
week later, Joe had Akademiks on his podcast on Patreon. So I think there's a part 2 coming out, or it has been released by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah.
And they spoke about it.
And I heard that Akademiks has been trying to get Charlamagne onto his platform for a while now. I heard that, when he was asked to come join the Brilliant Idiots, he did it in a heartbeat. But, Akademiks, and this is another thing, like when idols become rivals, I think this is the conversation that we're getting towards. Because, when you start to work with someone that you've been looking up to, but that business is business, lines get blurred, yo. Because you don't know how now the person bigger than you looks at you. You don't know if how big your impact is being felt by said person, which could start some certain emotions. I can't front.
Yeah, it's like a tricky relationship for sure.
For sure. So now if I've been trying to get you on my podcast and it's like pulling teeth, but then I see you on Loon's podcast. But granted, though, which makes sense because he did
business.
sign.
Yeah,
It's business is business.
Yeah.
Shout out to
And
Doug.
I think Drake, one of his more profound bars is no friends in the industry. Like in any industry, especially in
I
this
cannot
industry,
relate.
like there's
I'm friends with all my coworkers.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that work for you?
Armand, Jordan. Oh,
Yeah.
actually though, all of my friends, like real life friends, they do not work in media. Like all my
see
girls
that?
that you guys have met, none of them work in media. And then the friends that I do have in the industry that I love, like that are really my best friends, like Armand, Jordan, we're friends in real life, and the industry had nothing to do with us coming together.
That's real.
And that's
Yeah,
different.
like from Armand, I knew him from like Jersey.
Yeah.
Jordan, I knew him from Syracuse. We're not friends because we're all in media.
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
happen to work.
And it's
also,
different.
I guess I don't have friends in the industry. Okay.
DJ
Oh, wow.
Had to think about it. Had to break
Wait,
it down.
are we industry friends?
Yeah, we're low key industry friends that became fam.
Because
We
the
might
reason
be.
why we met was
Yeah.
some industry shit,
It was
like
industry
potting shit.
Right, but see,
We're not
even
real friends.
But no, that's not true. But look how we deal with each other, right?
Yeah.
We deal with each other on a more in-depth level, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was Akademiks and that was the case, I was trying to get Charlamagne up there, I would feel away. I would absolutely feel away.
Yeah.
I would absolutely feel away because it would feel as if I've been looking up to you, looking for advice for so long. I call you my mentor every second I get. When people talk shit about you, I'm always bigging up your name. And it would feel to me, Akademiks has accomplished a lot. Say what you want about what he did with the war in Chirac. I didn't like that shit either.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Academics, he changed your perspective
He did.
on him.
He
I'm definitely changed.
And you remember.
I remember.
You know
That's
where I
why
come
I'm-
from.
Yeah.
I will be the one to come up in here and be like, you know what? Y'all got to stop hating. It took me a while to understand it, but I got it. Media is changing. Once you understand that media is changing, and he was one of the early ones to do that, like when Akademiks was breaking down the war in Chirac on YouTube, these were docuseries on YouTube about shit he really didn't know about, but a lot of people wanted to know about. So he got in depth as he can. Now when you go on YouTube, all you see are these mini series on any topic.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like once you just start to understand, you might not have to love the person.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's the real conversation. People be hating the person more than appreciating what's done for the culture and the content.
Yeah.
And I don't live there. I don't give a fuck about niggas that much.
One of the great things, one of the great points that Joe always makes is like, there is no replacing the Akademiks.
No.
Because he does reporting. Yes, he's a personality too.
Yeah.
He's very, whatever you want to call him, boisterous, flamboyant, entertaining. But he does a lot of the reporting. He gets facts, he does his research. And I don't know if there's anybody else doing it in that way, especially streaming.
Like at that volume.
At that volume.
I get
The
that. Like I would
volume.
never
The
deny
volume.
like how like he built his fan base from the ground up. I'll never
Facts.
deny like
Yes.
what he's doing is real work. But like sometimes I feel like the ethics aren't there sometimes. There have been situations where it's like, okay, well, how did you get that document? Like that it's not like I wouldn't consider it like true journalism, but I would definitely say like he is reporting at a higher level than a lot of other people. That's what I could
for
say.
sure.
And I'm glad you brought that up because like you're a real journalist, so you know how things are supposed to be done.
Like it's definitely not
Yeah.
traditional.
It's
but
not traditional.
I'm never gonna knock someone for not being traditional.
Right.
But
What I
yeah,
would-
like sometimes I'll be like, did you get this through like a unethical way? Like yeah.
Now, what I will commend for that is his passion.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize homie was streaming like 20 hours out the day.
Yeah,
You know what it's like to not leave your crib for 20 hours to talk about topics that niggas on the internet want to hear about?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to go
crazy.
see Johns.
And he talks by himself. He
I'm trying to
talks
go have
himself.
a drink. I'm trying to roll
That's
up.
crazy.
He talks to himself.
Yeah, he does.
It's just
And
one
that's
mic,
not
it's
easy.
him,
That's
it's a
not-
camera,
that's not easy.
and that's it. Like,
It's
I
not
listen to a
easy.
lot of sports radio. Colin Cowherd is one of those guys
Yes.
that I listen to, and I'm like, yo, this is fucking
not-
amazing.
Yeah, to do
Like,
a solo
You don't
show.
have
It's not
anybody
easy.
to bounce off of. It's you, his bottle, and his fucking minions, and his fans, and
Yes.
he goes crazy.
Him
he
and
does
the
his
Henny.
thing.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's
cannot
very
do it.
You feel me?
impressive.
So I could see how maybe a Charlamagne that isn't so immersed into how new media, again, this is Akademiks that just got several $1 million for another streaming company, right? So it's like I would understand how people that comes from more traditional media might not. You could like Lil Bro him.
And Charlamagne doesn't view himself as a podcaster.
Right.
And so
media mogul.
I don't know how he views
Yeah,
himself,
yeah.
but from what I've heard, he doesn't consider himself a pod. He doesn't see himself in the same way as Joe and Gillian Wallow and Nori. He's just, he's a broadcaster. He's an American broadcaster. He's on a syndicated radio show. He's an author. He's a podcast host. He's a TV show host. He's a producer. Yeah. He wears a lot of different hats that most podcasters, they kind of focus in that lane. Like, hey, I'm going to be a podcaster, personality, and this is kind of what it is that I do. So I don't even believe that Charlamagne sees himself in the same light as some of these guys, but it would be somewhat irresponsible to deny
because he owns a podcast network.
He owns a podcast network.
Yeah.
He's had a podcast for almost a decade.
Yeah.
He's a broadcaster.
Yeah.
And the Breakfast Club, I think they won the best podcast of the year
Right.
at the iHeart Awards.
I mean, yeah,
because they turned it into, look, they turned it into a podcast.
I respect it, though. I
So
respect it, yeah.
it's technically in the space. So
Yes, yeah.
to some degree, sure he is. I don't think it's his only brand. I don't think that's how he wants to be identified.
Yeah.
But I do believe he is a part of the podcast space. And so when we talk about these guys and we watch how they move, I think the beauty of podcasting, and I always tell people this, like a lot of people come to me about, yo, how do I get in the door? What do I got to do? How did you get here? Like, what is it that you do? And for me, there is no one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I always refer to podcasting, especially from today in the past, maybe 5, 6, 7 years, as the gold rush. When everybody knew there was gold, we don't know how the fuck we're going to extract it. We don't know what we're going to do, what the resources are, how valuable it is. Like, we're still in those stages of trying to figure out podcasting. And so the way that Joe does it, the way that Akademiks does it, the way that Gillian Wallow does it, the way that all of these different entities do it, it doesn't have to be the same. There is no one way to slice it. And they're all very successful. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just very interesting. I love the dynamic. Like you said, I enjoy the beef too.
Yeah.
I too
No pause.
enjoy the beef.
I do. Because it's like, finally, I get to see how you feel about something.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, too. As a fan that knows that people are respectful when they record, you can hear when people are like, they don't really go as deep as they want to on certain topics. So when we get here, I'll be like, oh my God, that's how you feel about something, the real you.
Like, there's ideal.
I love that shit.
Like, I would love to see Joe and Charlamagne kind of go at it.
Me too. I would love them to settle it on air.
I would exactly.
Yes.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see Gilly and Joe
Me too.
go at it.
Yeah, nah, because you can't, Joe, you can't keep.
I'm just saying, like I would love,
too.
and it's
Me
not
too.
on some street shit. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
none
We're
of
not
this-
talking about
niggas
anything.
is old.
We talking about
Niggas is
You mean
old,
like really address it fully?
Yeah,
in broadcasting.
and
Turn the
y'all-
mics on.
Y'all
and
niggas
go.
is not cool if y'all have kids. Y'all are not cool if y'all beat each other up. We want to
And
see y'all chat.
As a fan,
Like, I have kids, y'all follow
as a
me.
listener,
Yeah.
we know none of these niggas like each other.
Yeah, that'd be the other side of
Like,
it too.
as
Knowing
somebody
that,
who keeps up with this
Yes.
shit on the outside looking
that'd
in,
be my thing, bro.
we know they don't like each other.
That'd be
That's
the
gonna
thing.
get mad views if they ever did that.
I just like,
It really-
just
it'll
go
go
for
crazy.
it. Like,
It'll
It'll
go
be
just
crazy.
trending
fucking
number
go
one
for
on
it.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I would love to see
That
I'm
would
that.
be
sure they
like
just
for
have-
me if we finally saw Deez and Mero reunite in like 3 years and talk about what happened. Oh my God.
Do you think that happens? Do you see that happening?
I want to see them beef too.
Me too.
I don't.
wanna
They
see
just
everybody
really
fight.
have not acknowledged anything. Like,
That's
and
how-
they just kind
yeah.
of I don't know what happened, but I would tune in. I would click. Oh my God, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's mad beef in the air. You want to talk about billionaire beef?
Bad people.
Let's
might
talk about
be-
billionaire
my,
beefs.
my favorite beef of them all. listen, yo, chill. Don't quote me. We recorded. Fuck. Listen, man. If you guys do not know, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have been flirting with the idea of going one-on-one with each other in a match. Now, what's interesting about the new reports about the Zuckerberg and Elon Musk is that allegedly they might have an offer from the Italian government to fight like gladiators at the Colosseum.
What? Wait, wait. I didn't know that this is where the story was going.
Elon Musk had tweeted that there's actually some possibility that they might be able to get the fight done in the Colosseum. Now, I had to do some
Wait,
research.
like Mark versus Elon.
Elon
Like
in the
physically?
like gladiator style.
What the fuck?
Now, I was kind of like, what? Because I did find out that Paul McCartney actually performed in the Coliseum. I think it was 03, 06. I could be wrong.
Wild white
Damn.
privilege.
Yeah, and that's sort
OD
of
white
that's
privilege.
sort of like my point. See what you're allowed to do, because I want to be very clear. If y'all allow for them to fight in the Coliseum, I will no longer be listening to rules from anyone. Okay? Since I was
there are no rules.
There are no rules. There are no rules. I mean, I've been telling y'all this too. Y'all gotta just do what you want, but do it respectfully. Y'all been telling me all my life, oh, it's in ruins. Oh, no one can go to that. Oh, it's off limits.
And you do the freaking concert
If
thing.
y'all and they done had a concert.
But how they did that?
What,
Wait,
the
There's
concert?
no
Really?
electricity.
I don't know how they did it. I had to look it up. Paul McCartney did that shit.
Generators.
Yes, generator. She's right. We use generators in Nigeria. I should have known. It's true. It's true. We use Jenny. Yeah, it's true. But now, this is just very interesting to me because now billionaires got to put they fist where their mouth is, man. I really want to see this go down. I'm gonna tell you who I got early. I got Mark Zuck early. He done went up against Senate. That's a real fighter. Okay.
Got Mark Zuck.
I got Mark. I got
Mark Z.
Mark in the second round.
I think Elon. I think he gonna fight dirty.
You gonna fight? Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Elon.
He might
I
look
think
at.
I'm gonna go with Elon.
Yeah, I think Elon's a little crazier. So
I think he gonna fight a little dirtier. I know Mark is into like Muay Thai. Or
Yeah,
something like
he
that.
into
Damn.
that.
He's doing it.
He
You know,
into that.
you know how the rich niggas, they ain't got nothing better to do, so they try to learn how to fight because they got their ass kicked
They
their
gotta
whole
do-
life.
Yeah.
Like that's what he's doing. Like he,
but like the real specific art forms of it.
yeah,
Like,
he
Yeah.
thinks he's like
Yeah.
Billy Blanks. Like this nigga is going crazy in his home with these upper kicks and Pilates. Like, sit your smart ass
Yeah,
down.
Elon got one of those bodies where if he just sit on you, like it might be bad for you.
Yeah, he got a lot of mass to him. He got,
Does
a lot
he?
of mass. He got a big
Look it up.
upper chest.
He got a big upper chest with no back, no booty.
back.
You feel me?
He ain't got no ass. How you get that rich and ain't buy
I
yourself
feel
an
like
ass?
Elon Musk is 100% winning. Like,
Word?
I just was reminded what he looks like.
Nah, but Mark Zuckerberg got a few belts. I see a yellow.
I feel like Mark can't fight. I don't. No, actually, I
He got
wouldn't know
Muay Thai. You better be careful, yo.
But that shit don't
that. But
translate.
he doesn't use it to fight people.
That
like,
shit don't translate.
It don't
bro.
translate,
Nah.
but it might
it's more
translate
of a
to
skill,
Elon.
right?
Yeah,
It's like it's like a
that's
book
mad
club.
funny. It
That
doesn't
shit like
translate.
It don't translate, bro. Doing
Into like a duel, like
Like bro.
We probably sound mad stupid right now. Like Muay Thai's probably really violent.
It's probably mad effective.
Yeah,
Watch this. If you had a one-on with Mark Zuckerberg, he beating you?
No.
No, yeah, he's not.
So none of that shit matters.
Nah, but Elon ain't me.
I'm saying none of it matters.
I see what you're saying.
If you had to fight Mark Zuckerberg,
wait, are you voting for Mark?
To change?
Yeah, I got Mark. That Muay Thai shit. Listen, this is a motherfucker that built Facebook in a Harvard dorm room. I'm scared of niggas.
But that's just.
I'm scared of niggas. But I'm scared of niggas like that because that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
he's a little, you know.
Elon's smart too.
Elon Musk single-handedly destroyed Twitter.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm going with that guy.
Damn,
One guy created.
Oh my god.
One guy destroyed. I'm gonna go with the guy who destroyed the most powerful tool for me, at least.
I want to raise enough money to get him removed.
I don't think.
I know it's billions of shit.
Yeah, he bought it for like 70 billion.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, we don't got
And
that type of
it's just
funding.
been the shit.
Yeah, Twitter is horrible now.
And most recently, like, if you notice that your Twitter has not been working, it's because he's limiting it to 600 posts that you could see per day, and then you're like cut off,
my God.
which is crazy. And I thought to myself on the way here, I was like, there's no way this is actually gonna like stay. Like, there's no way. He's just gonna be like, oh, it's a little jokey joke, and then like put Twitter back to how it was.
How it was, right?
But with the whole verification shit that he just revamped, it's still like that.
Let me read it for you, Reggie.
Okay.
Elon says to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation. Oh, see, I never had data scraping before. All them years Twitter been open and shit never had system manipulation. Now this is stop. We've applied the following temporary limits. Okay, I didn't read that part. Temporary limits. Okay, that's why reading be important.
So
we don't be
what's
reading.
the point?
Okay, let me. Oh wow, I didn't realize these. We've applied the following temporary limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day.
That's a verified.
That's
If
a
you pay for
verified.
Twitter.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
if you pay for
unverified accounts 600 posts a day.
What the fuck?
New unverified accounts 300 a day, that's racist. Because how you know I was new here? What does it matter?
You shouldn't be new to Twitter in 2023.
Yeah, that's real.
So if you are new to it,
You
don't
deserve only
deserve.
300
Yeah, you
posts.
don't deserve to read my shit.
Wait,
if you haven't had a Twitter
he
before.
increased it again. See,
He just be
I'm
doing
go-
whatever the fuck he
I
wants.
was just about to say
like,
that. He increased, and I'm gonna hit that point real quick, Reggie. Rate limits increase soon to 8,000 for verified and 800 to unverified. This is why I don't like Elon Musk at the helms of Twitter. I don't think you've ever done this much manipulation with Tesla. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have the tech info on that, and I'm okay with being wrong. But fam, you can't just wake up one day and just keep trying shit.
Yeah, he's just
he
trying
woke up
shit.
one day, fired everybody, and hired the person he needed to help get into whatever system he needed when Twitter when he first originally bought it. Like for you to be the owner and moving like that just scares me, fam.
And it just like affects real people. Like some people
Yeah.
need Twitter to market their clothing brand, like their small business, and like
Absolutely.
he's cutting it off. Like be like, hey,
Absolutely.
no one can see this picture now. Like
'Cause-
he's playing with real lives. Like this is crazy.
He doesn't realize every time he fucks up Twitter, it makes me not want to buy a Tesla.
Like
I want to
every
go
single
further and
time.
further away from electric.
Like every
single
time he fucks
because
up
we're just
something.
mad at him. Like,
Because I was thinking about getting a
Shit.
Tesla. I'm like, yo, I think this would be a really dope car. Like it
yeah.
contributes to the world.
I could see you
It's
in a
electric.
Tessie.
I thought
I
I
could see you in a
could, but
Tessie.
nah, I can't no more.
Not no more, just off of that.
Bro,
God damn it, I was trying to ride in the Tessie.
because you gotta understand,
Fucking Elon.
I'm afraid that there's a button in the Tesla headquarters that
Yes.
make all your tires pop
Yo, I'm
on
with you.
demand,
Yo.
just because he
Yes.
feels like
he
it.
comes off like that.
And
No,
then
that-
he comes off and be
no,
like,
that's a valid
yeah,
thought.
comes off
my
like that.
bad, gang. I was just trying some shit
I was just
out.
having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I don't like that shit.
Have you guys watched the movie Kingsman
I
Yes.
with Samuel L. Jackson?
I
You know
feel
he
it-
tried to do that with the world. Like that's what the movie's about.
No, I didn't.
Where he had like a button and makes everyone go crazy.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
but that it's giving Elon.
I'm afraid of
He's
Tesla
the real Kingsman.
because of Twitter. Like I'm so afraid. For my 30th birthday, I'm like, yo, I want to buy a car. And I put a
Okay.
list of cars.
You
I'm like,
deserve it.
I'm gonna do this. Boom, cool. I had my car for a few years now.
Yeah.
And Tesla was one of those cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the news continued to break about how he's breaking Twitter.
And you're like, fuck.
And I'm
Elon.
like, yo, if this nigga decided he just wanted to throw, because you know
Yeah.
they come with screens.
Yes,
Teslas
they do.
come with
like
like
huge
really
screens,
nice
yeah, yeah,
screens.
yeah.
Big body
Like,
joint.
what if he just wanted to throw Adam's girl on my shit? What if he put the BBC shit on my shit, unbeknownst to me, and I had my mom in the car?
No, but
How
seeing how
what am I doing?
Elon is moving
I see
with
what you're
Twitter,
saying,
like
yeah.
just playing around, he really can do that with a Tesla
Yeah,
because he just
yo.
be doing shit like.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, at first when he had first announced the scale back, we'll call it, right, of the tweets and being able to see certain amount of tweets. At first I was like, what's the big deal? Then I sat and I thought about it. I'm like,
It's a big deal.
it's a very big deal because now people are missing out on things that could have been supported.
Yeah, and news
And
like,
news, yeah. No
yeah,
funny
and
shit.
original opinions, like,
Yeah.
and he's just like, nope,
Fuck you.
you're done for the day.
I don't like that. I want people that think about other people. You can't own a company like that and not think about others. I don't think it's like they're synonymous. Like,
And I really don't understand the play of incentivizing people to pay for Twitter as hard as he's going.
Yeah.
Like everything is geared toward pay for it, pay for it, pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's like you are the richest man in the world every other week. It
Sure.
goes up and it fluctuates
up and
between
down.
you and two other people in the world, and you're begging for my $8 low. Like,
And you trying to get people to pay for something that they never had to pay for. Name times where that's really worked before,
Yeah.
fam. Like,
Yeah.
I'm granted, I know you made money off of it already and people have done it. I get it. But to get people who have been here for over a decade to pay for some shit and then be mad at them for not wanting to be down is insane to me.
and I
It's insane.
I don't mind the option, right?
Yeah, it's a good option.
If somebody wants to pay for Twitter to not have to see ads,
Cool.
or to customize their feed, whatever it is, if it's an option, cool, I support that. But to try to force it on us, it almost feels a little bit like the vaccine a few years ago. How it was, you don't have to get the vaccine, but you won't ever get employed if you don't get the vaccine.
Or like you can't go anywhere.
You can't do
It
any.
is giving vaccine.
It's given like
That's real.
vaccine mandates on Twitter.
Yeah.
And again, this is why I go back to my theory about that submarine. I feel horrible that people died, but it's eat the rich at times.
Yeah.
It's because they are so quick to pause,
Yes.
eat us.
Yeah.
I paused before I even said it. I did. Come on, give me some credit.
That was such a wild statement.
Nah, let them eat us though.
Like,
I like when I get
But what
ate.
makes it funny was SaVon wasn't laughing when he said it. He was like, pause, eat us. Like he said it so matter of factly.
Nah,
Like,
I like when I get ate. I like that.
so
Yo.
is this Elon Musk? I think he will win in the fight.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna lose
Okay.
in the Tesla wars and the car wars.
I got Mark. Yeah.
I think he's going down. Even in the social media battle, we got Facebook, Meta, Instagram against Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? These are what these two guys do. Right now, I'm leaning more towards Meta and Instagram. I really have been enjoying Instagram a little bit more lately.
oh, yes, we know.
But maybe
The
because
algorithms, Reg, the algorithms.
I do love my algorithms. But maybe it's also because Twitter it feels like it's dying. Like I don't have any enjoyment. I'm not being informed.
Right.
There aren't like even the current events, the trending topics, it doesn't show you trending topics. It shows you what you think I want to know about.
Yeah.
So it's gonna show me all the NBA free agent signings. It's gonna show me all of the hip hop stuff because it knows that I'm black and I'm young and I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
But it's not showing me what's happening globally in the world the way that it used to.
Yeah.
Like if something was happening over in Russia or China or in another country, it would be trending and I would be able to click and I would know. And all of us would be informed in real time at the same time because it catered to that. Today, there's shit happening, like places are being bombed in the world. And Twitter is telling me to go look at Cardi B and Offset's alleged sex tape, AI sex tape. It's just, it doesn't serve a purpose anymore for me. Whereas Instagram, going back to what you said about businesses, I think Instagram is serving our business as a podcast, right? Like we're trying to grow, we're trying to build community, and we're actually able to do it in real time
'Cause it gives
because
us
it
tools.
allows us to. It
Yeah.
gives us the tools.
Right.
Whereas Twitter is like, I don't even care to promote. Like we don't really even do any promotion over there because it just gets lost.
Yeah.
It gets lost in
People
translation.
can't even see it now.
You can't even see it.
But it's like so interesting you say that though, because I feel like for a long time the general consensus was like people hate Instagram because they're like Instagram is nothing what it used to be. Like the chronological feed is like done and like people just don't like Instagram and they love Twitter. But now it's so crazy how it's flipping back
Flip-flopping,
because of how
right.
terrible Twitter is.
Yeah.
That's wow.
You're right. It's like flip flopping. Yeah.
I don't even know if Instagram is that great. I just know Twitter is that
It's just so bad, yeah.
And it's so
That's-
bad
yeah,
that I
that says
just
a lot.
live over here. Like
See, I've always been a fan of Twitter because I like to see the thoughts of others. Real shit. Like Instagram, you can mask it. You can post a meme or you can smile in your picture and act like you're all right.
Yeah.
See, on Twitter, I get to see how you really feel about things, right?
Or I can see if someone's not funny.
Yeah, I could. Oh,
Yeah,
clearly.
their followers aren't going up because you suck.
Clearly, right? So now if he wants to affect how great tweeters or just seeing the perspectives of other goes on Twitter, I'm with you, man. We gotta get him out of here.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
gonna-
not.
Yeah, oh my God. He's going to run that shit into the ground.
Son. No funny shit.
If he hasn't already.
Speaking
Who
about
do you think's got fucked harder? Twitter or Lena the Plug?
shit.
Wait, what? Oh, that's the wifey.
His
Yeah.
wife. I ain't going front.
Adam22, you think his wife
You
got
wanna
fucked
know why?
harder?
Because that black nigga came.
But-
I would say Twitter got fucked harder.
Yeah, Twitter got fucked
But
up.
we didn't see the vid.
Yeah, we ain't see the vid though.
That's true.
I'm gonna go do the research. I'll bring it
and
back
we
to y'all
come
next
back.
week.
Thank you. Just for the sake of the pod, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
that's
y'all know.
I'm gonna bring this up real quick when we get out of it. I just wanted to address it because we are recording here and it's holiday weekend. It's looking like Lil Uzi Vert is gonna be the first. He's gonna have the first rap #1 album on the
Oh,
Billboard
shit.
200 for the year.
Damn.
We've been talking about that all year. Like, who's gonna be the
I don't like it.
hip hop artist?
I hate that.
I hate that because it's not hip hop. Most of
Yeah.
it is rock.
He's not hip hop.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
don't claim hip hop.
He
He's
doesn't.
just a black artist, and every black artist is always automatically hip hop or R&B.
I'm glad you brought that
But
up.
I don't know because
But this
he
this
was
one's-
rapping over those sounds though.
That's
Like,
true.
He was rapping.
He
like,
He's a rapper.
I listened to the whole album. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to all 26.
Damn.
Damn.
I did. You know me. I have to.
Yeah, he's a music guy.
Yeah, I feel like why would I talk about something I have no knowledge of? Y'all know me, I can't do
For
that.
sure.
So I bumped it. I ain't gonna lie to you, Reggie. I probably think he was rapping on a handful of those. I'm gonna be honest with
Okay.
you. The rest of that shit is very much a rock approach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even in the repetition, the rhyme schemes and shit. I don't like it personally because it should be eye-opening for us about how hip hop and rap is viewed now. What's really more popular? I think that's the conversation we can have another day. I just wanted to bring up the fact that Uzi's #1 and the irony in that because the album really sounds like a rock album. So is it
Damn.
really the first rap #1?
I wonder if it's gonna be how it's gonna be categorized.
Rap. They're categorizing as rap.
Oh shit.
That's
Damn.
how-
I think it's beneficial to the labels to categorize it as rap. So you probably do that.
Absolutely.
Whereas you probably consider more pop.
If
Because
anything.
I don't even know. Rock is like a dead genre.
It is a dead genre.
And you work in radio, so you would know better than
Is
I
it?
would. I feel like
I just thought I just don't know. But like, is it really?
Let me restate what he said.
Yeah.
Rock fans would call it a dead genre.
Damn, really?
Yes, I've been next to rock fans. They don't like what it's been in the last decade. To be honest with you,
I don't know what rock
Yeah.
is. Like the last time that I heard any form of like rock, alternative rock was like the Fall Out Boy days, Panic at the Disco
Green
days,
Day.
Green Day. Like
Green
that
Day.
era kind of faded before we even hit the 2010s. Like
Right.
we've had some moments, but even like a Maroon 5, right? Maroon 5 turned into a pop
Yeah,
a
definitely.
pop band or group, or
Yeah,
it turned into Adam
right.
Levine and whoever wanted to sit next to the
Yeah,
nigga.
and Cole.
Like, it
Adam
wasn't
Levine and
even
Cole. Yeah.
like it,
Also, I still don't know why he sings like that. But anyway,
it changed.
it bothers me.
I
like
know it does. That really irks your nerves.
I never paid attention to it since she said it.
But yeah, rock. I don't know where it's when. I think everything kind of turned into pop. Even
Right.
again at the top of the episode, we were joking around with like Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
but she started out as like a country singer,
Yeah.
and now
She's
she's
pop. She's
completely
definitely pop.
So I don't know where rock is at considered.
me either.
So now I just kind of
Chime in.
all of it in the pop music,
Uh-huh.
which is Uzi to me.
I can't imagine what that feels like to be a rock fan and watch the genre just like
Fade.
go to shit.
Reggie,
Like
that
imagine seeing that with hip hop and R&B. Like I feel like that will never happen because it's just so amazing. But I can't imagine how that feels.
Reggie,
like,
I think it's
damn.
gonna happen with rap, and I don't think it's ever gonna happen with R&B.
Oh yeah, R&B's in a great space. Shout out to Coco Jones.
R&B is allowed to try things. R&B artists are allowed to take things and try stuff and all right, let me see if I could do this and insert things here and there. Rap, the way we're going, if this rock album, quote unquote, was the #1 rap album,
That is crazy.
let's see what this shit looks like in another 4 to 5 years.
Because hip
Let's
hop is
see.
no longer in its like infancy stages. It's
No.
been here for decades now.
This-
Like
thi-
it's interesting. It's gonna be so interesting to see how it continues to age.
And this is the 50th year of hip hop.
Damn, that is so crazy.
So it's
that
interesting to see in the 50th year of hip hop.
Yeah.
It took this long for a rap album to go #1 on Billboard 200, and it doesn't really sound close to rap.
Damn.
Things to pay attention to.
Yeah, I think streaming played a part in that because I think the streaming numbers is like I wish we could go back to just regular sales somehow, or I
know,
wish
right?
there was a person like Snoop Dogg. He had a really profound statement on streaming. A lot of artists have made profound
He
statements
took his
on
shit.
streaming.
He took his Death Row shit down.
As he should. And
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. Like, I understand there's probably fans that want it, but we don't know who's making up the rules. Like, even as a podcaster, I look at our numbers and I don't know who to ask how, what, where, why. And then from a podcasting standpoint, the way that Spotify counts a download is completely different from the way that Apple does,
Exactly.
which is completely different from the way that your hosting site does.
Exactly.
Like, there isn't a streamline of communication between these DSPs where we can get the proper information
Like,
and
what is
know
happening.
how valuable we are. And we don't know where to go to ask anybody. So I
Damn.
can't even imagine an artist, right? Because that's a little bit more black and white, right? I said something earlier about podcasting being in the gold rush phase,
Right.
meaning nobody knows what. So everybody's making it up, right? If Joe Budden or Charlamagne or whoever has 10 million downloads in a week, right? I can say this is 10 million and I'm going to create the number and say this is what I should get based off of my 10 million.
Exactly.
Whereas
There'll be a
music,
gauge.
the 10 million is the 10 million no matter who has what. I can't really skew those numbers because it's kind of set in stone, but there's nobody for us to go to talk about it and to get the information. And that's what I think is really killing hip hop and just music in general, and also TikTok.
That's real. Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up.
Also TikTok.
I think streaming has a part to do with it. Absolutely, because of how well you just worded everything. Correct, right? I think what's hurting hip hop is direction of genre. I spoke about this on this podcast before. It takes the big boys to dictate how the next sound is going to sound for the next 3 to 4 years, the next 5 years, the next decade. Your Kendricks, your Drakes, your J. Cole's.
I don't know if I agree.
Tell me why real quick and I'll go back.
Yeah, for sure. I think J. Cole stays in his lane. He like evolves his sound and his approach, but that is J. Cole. I don't think he creates a new sound. I think the same for Kendrick. I think he recreates himself each time, but he stays in his lane. I think Drake is the only one who probably can dictate the needle of how music sounds.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree.
Okay.
Because even though Drake may have a bigger push with how he does the music, right, in terms of how it's presented and all of that, people and artists can take rhyme schemes. You know what I'm saying? You can look at things at a very low level. So even if a J. Cole kind of stays in his lane, Kendrick Lamar finds out what he wants to talk about and then he makes an album about it, even that is part of pushing the genre. You know, even that process in it. And my fear is when all these cats retire, there's going to be zero direction with how to go forward with rap. You know what I'm saying? And TikTok, to your point, people are now making hip-hop music specifically
to go viral.
I have a song.
For like 10 seconds.
Specifically, okay, if you put this on your story, you know how a story, when you click on a story on Instagram, it lasts for about 10 seconds and it'll hop to the next one?
Yeah.
They are specifically making music to do that.
That would be a good story.
That would be a good story.
Oh my God, I feel like that's what helped the baby, the Shake Some, because it went
I
viral
agree.
on TikTok.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? And granted, I get it though. It helps views. It helps the labels. Everybody eats. Influencers eat. I get it.
Yeah,
But
and if you don't play the game, then you don't win.
Exactly. And then you don't start to appreciate what overall rap songs sound like anymore.
Yeah.
You're looking for a pun.
Yeah.
You're constantly looking for a pun.
So I got a notification a few weeks ago from a Neo song.
Oh shit.
And I was very upset because I knew what this was. And I wasn't upset.
I think I know what you're about to play.
I'm just, I was
I know what you're about to play.
I was
posted it.
surprised.
I posted it.
Did you really?
I posted it.
I'm going to just play this song and y'all tell me what this feels like. Okay, we're going to skip this little part.
Ain't no reason why you can't touch the sky. You just gotta keep that dream alive. Never settle, never settle. Realize,
The Doughboy
baby,
joint?
you can fly if you really
I don't
try.
know.
Keep that dream alive. Never settle. Whoa, ain't no reason why you can't touch the sky. You just gotta keep that dream alive. Never settle, never settle. Realize, baby, you can fly.
So
if
there's
you
a dance
really
to
try.
this song.
It's not Neo's best hook.
It's a tick. It's a
made for it,
TikTok.
and you can hear it.
Even the
you can hear it.
artwork is kids. It was a
hear it.
TikTok.
I know Neo's pen is
can
way
hear it.
better than this.
But
Like,
that's what I'm saying. He
hear it.
dumbed it down
You can hear it.
because of whatever the algorithm is, or whatever the
what he's trying
game
to
he
push.
has
What
to
he's-
play is. It's a 2-minute song,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much the entire song.
Absolutely.
Damn.
You feel me?
So was it really like, but Did this serve a purpose? Like, is it used? Is it being used somewhere, like a commercial or something?
I ain't
Or is he
seen
dead
it.
ass? Like, this is like my new single. Hey, check it out.
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was
Okay.
let me try to serve TikTok.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm playing the game. Let me throw it out there. So I'm gonna do a dance. I'm gonna do a jingle. I'm
I
gonna
don't
bring
know
some
if that
kids.
should work because
I don't.
it's not that good.
I don't think that was giving that.
Yo, sometimes you put some rap 808s on something and you see if it goes. People love them 808s and bop the hips.
He was like, you know, when I try,
Alright,
reach
and
for the
then,
sky.
alright,
Like,
and
that was good. I'm like, Neo.
It's like a little baby joint.
The same person that wrote Sexy Love wrote this shit?
It's,
No.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. All right, man. Listen, I know we about to get up out of here in a second. I needed to give y'all a what you need to know, or who you need to know. We back. I think we had a slight conversation a couple weeks ago about roller coasters, right? Were we having that convo?
Yes.
You're
Like
right.
thrill
Yeah.
stuff.
Thrills and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
We had a
Okay,
quick
this
convo
this
about
ties right into that. I'm glad. I, for one, said I've grown up and I've woken up. I don't want to go on those no more.
Like, you don't want to put yourself
Yeah.
in dangerous situations.
I've learned. I was a kid and I was ignorant. Okay, I'm past that now.
I still do roller coasters, though.
Same.
I love y'all for it. Go crazy. See, my brain started working. All right. Now listen.
Our shit don't work, Reggie.
Now y'all should work. It just worked parallel. Now, Pete, right? Roller coasters. What if I told you that roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin? In the 1880s, hosiery businessman LaMarcus Thompson hated the fact that Americans were tempted by hedonistic places like saloons and brothels. So he set out to straighten up one of the most immoral places he could think of, Coney Island. They're being funny. So Coney Island being one of the first places. So I just thought it was so funny that, yo, we needed so much distraction from pussy that we had to build some shit that spin us in the air.
That's really where it came from?
Yes, from LaMarcus. I got it.
A nigga named LaMarcus, he sound horny. I can see a nigga named LaMarcus definitely made that.
Yo, and I'm pulling this from it's a historian page, so that's just fucking surprising me.
So he thought, I'm gonna build a roller coaster shaped like a dick. Cause y'all seen King Nakai. You seen that shit? That
Yes.
shit, I'm
It do
gonna
look like a
build
boner.
big boners to prevent people from using their boners.
Oh
And the
shit.
smaller ones look like titties.
Yeah, it's like he starts drawing.
No, because because roller coasters is one of those things that we just do, and we just don't know why.
But I ain't never like got hard. Like I ain't never been horny and was like, this about to be my distraction.
Yeah, but that's why they built it.
No, but it was like low key.
Yeah, it was low key. Because think about it at that time.
Nothing stopping me from
1880s.
getting my shit off. bro.
1880s, SaVon. We don't got iPhones. We don't have TVs.
I'm
shit.
gonna bust a nut and then hit the roller coaster. Like this
Your plan
scientist-
did not work.
Yeah, like, what is we talking
They
about?
just went to the next thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get two thrills in one.
Yeah, I'm not going to front LaMarcus. You should have went harder than that. But yo, salute to you on
Pause.
roller coasters. Oh, damn.
I'm joking.
Motherfucker.
I gotta stop watching Cameron and Mace.
That's a good show.
It is.
That's your East Coast bias.
No, that's my East Coast bias. Don't start your shit.
You know what? Now that you say that, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, shit. I'm good, man. I'm cool.
No, this has been great. This is a great episode. Please, again, if you made it this far, like I always tell y'all each and every week, it's no reason you shouldn't be subscribed. You shouldn't like. You shouldn't be commenting. Let us know how you feel. I want to see y'all faces too. I want to feel y'all energy.
Word.
So please make sure y'all go ahead and do that. Also, like we said at the top, we do have Patreon content, new episodes every single week. We have an RSS feed. So if you're interested in just listening to us and not watching us on the clunky Patreon app, we have that available for you as well. With that being said, it is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. We will be back again next week. Peace out, y'all.
Gang.